Thursday, but it's a bit more than Thursday.
It is.
Today is the 12th of October, 2023.
Yes.
And on the 12th of October, 2018, Irish Whiskey Auctions went live with our very, very first auction. Yeah, it seems an eternity ago, but it doesn't really either. That's the other side of it.
No.
It is gone so quick. What's changed is huge. I mean,
Massive.
It's funny. Everybody knows that you get these memories come up on your phones, reminding you of stuff that that happened. And mine came up with various different photos. There was the photo of me and you with our cake.
Yes.
We had some family and friends here on the very
final
first
countdown.
night for the final countdown, and then it counted down, and then nothing happened.
Do you remember?
It was so stressful. It was, and strangely enough, the stress hasn't diminished. I
No.
still get
He does.
antsy about every single auction. For any of you that ever doubt how personally I take this, every single auction is important to me. Every single bottle is important to me. Every single customer is important to me.
On this week, everybody just gives Anthony some space.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to get. I want everything to be right. Because if it's don't do it, if you don't do it right, don't bother
do
doing
it
it.
at all, yes.
That's always been my motto. So some of the other things was that the photos of the rack came up, and I mean it was literally this very room, and we had two of these racks, and that was it. It was two of them racks in the middle of the room. Now there's loads of them. It goes right to the very back and come all around us and all that. There is this is a big auction. There's about 1,500 lots in this auction. The lots have changed so much over the time.
Crazy.
They've gone from single bottles to what you'll see around the top are usually sets, so of multiple bottles. So an auction for us of 1,500 lots could potentially be 1,900 items.
Yes.
Every single one of them gets photographed. We haven't deviated that from day one. We photograph every single thing and all that. But when we were talking about it in the office, myself and Kate, we thought it'd be fun to find some bottles that are in this auction
Yes.
5 years later, as opposed to bottles that were in our very first auction as well. So
Now,
one of the
they're not
things,
the same bottle. Just to make that clear.
we haven't been rinse, wash, repeat. One of the things that it was in our very first auction was a full Middleton collection up to 2018. We were so excited about getting that in our auction. It was a massive flagship thing to have in
Especially
our
for
auction.
our first one.
For our very first auction. We had 156 lots. I think it would be serendipity if we'd 1,560.
No, I think the auction's like 126.
156. A lot of them got lost
In the
migration.
Right,
Not didn't
okay.
get lost. They just didn't get allocated. So there's still some bottles, what's referred to as old site.
Oh, legacy,
but
yeah. Okay.
their details, and that was literally us trying to meld the two systems together.
Sorry,
but it was,
my bad.
Trust me, Katie. 156, 254, 340, 348.
I don't even know why I bothered.
Exactly. You know I know these numbers.
Yes.
We had a full Middleton collection. It sold for 36 or 37,500, 36,500. If you want to see that very set, our good pal Flash in Gordon
Revolution?
in Revolution Bar is on display
Yes.
in Revolution. So if you want to see that very set, it's on display with Flash bought at office. I remember he squeezed me a wee bit for the commission and everything else.
Sure,
but
why not? That's
it
Flash.
was for us. It was just to be selling something that high profile was huge.
Yes.
Some of the other bottles that you've picked out are cool. They're just the generic bottles that are in everyday auctions
Yes.
or in every month auctions. We have a lot of them every month. You have prices there, so we'll talk about. We'll start from the left. So this is the Dingle, the single pot still, the very first single pot still. So when we said we grew up with Dingle, we literally nearly
we did, yeah.
grow in tandem with Dingle. Dingle went through massive highs. I mean, some of their bottles went massively priced. I mean, I was talking to somebody the other day about a batch one cask strength. I mean, they hit 1,500-1,800 euros at one stage. But this bottle, so not this bottle, but the first single pot still release was in our very first auction. It got €355. In our September auction just ended, it got €300.
Yes.
So that shows the journey that Dingle has been on. And if you look, it went up and it came down. Yeah. And it actually went down and is coming back up.
It's coming back, yeah.
It is coming back up. It's one of the ones now I always thought that they made a great decision when they stopped the batches. And that's part of a distillery's journey too is, I mean, Teeling have done it. A lot of them have done it. Is the batches, maybe they don't tell that story very well. The batches are part of the journey.
Yes.
So in the early days of a distillery, the batches are literally as they're producing it and releasing it, as they're producing it and releasing it. They haven't been laying down enough stock to have, to be able to adapt it and tweak it that wee bit more. And until they get the mix, the mash right, temperatures right, resting right, everything, the fermentation, everything has to be got right for them. So the batches tell a story of the progression of the distillery, of the spirit itself, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, because it's the same spirit,
just tweaked,
per se, tweaked and spent longer in a barrel or yada yada, and it's just a story.
And one of those that I've as I said, not really told the story well, I think was Teeling.
Yes.
When they released single pot still as well. That stuff now is phenomenal when it's been left in a barrel for some time. And it's the same stuff that we're using in the Wonders of Wood, or that they're using in the Wonders of Wood, and is really, really good. Yeah. Beside that is a Paddy Centenary. Again, they've been around that long. Paddy Centenary in the very first auction, €123.
Now they went through a mad old thing, and they were going for mental money for a wee while.
Yep.
Like they were going like €700 and €800 because remember there was a glut. Of them. I'd come in and it was like, oh my god, we're going to be drowning in Paddy Centenaries.
Because the prices went high. And that's something that we've seen over the years as well, is something sells well and the next month everybody thinks, I would have sold that. I'll get that price.
Yeah.
But the story, what we have to communicate to so many people is, the person that bid on, or the people that bid on last month's auction, they're gone.
They're not looking
for it. They're out of the equation.
Again.
They're not looking for it again. So they're not going to pay that price again. So the second guy, and we made a mistake in about 2-3 years ago with pearls.
Yes.
We had literally a pearl for 3 months in a row, and if you look at it, you can see it on the website. The price was, I think, 19,000, 15,000, 13,000.
Yeah.
And that was because there was 3 people chasing it the first month, there was only 2 the second month, and there was one guy on his own the third month, and that's literally what happened.
Exactly.
And so that happens time and time again.
So in the June auction was the last time we had a Paddy Centenary.
Yep.
And it sold for 185.
That's not bad. So 123 up to 185. If you were getting it as a percentage in the bank, you'd be taking it all day long. The next one is the biggest one, is the biggest jump. So this is the Dreamcast 32-year-old. That year was the first year of the Dreamcast, was it? Second year, first year. So
first year.
€1,400 it went for in our very first auction, which we thought, wowzers, that was a €500 bottle of whiskey at the time. We thought that's fantastic. July, August, you had one at €3,000. That's a significant jump.
That is.
That is a 6-fold increase. I mean, there's nothing doing that.
No.
There's no stocks and shares or, well, crypto was, but crypto's so volatile you can do it. Worst case scenario, you open that and you drink it and you've got a nice bottle of whiskey. Yeah. Bushmills 21. Oh my God. It's probably one of the ones that we debate the most, talk about the most, and they nearly had it right, but they made a hames of it.
Since he's not here, I'll do it for him.
Jarlath.
The 16 was better.
He says the 21's better. I say the 16's better. What does Jarlath Watson know about whiskey? Hasn't a breeze, God love him. He wouldn't know a good bottle of whiskey if it was broke around his head.
Poor Jarlath.
But 21 Bushmills, what did you say, Katie? 135 in our first auction, 140 in our last auction. It's gone up a $5.
Yeah.
Whoop-de-feckin-do.
And like that's a numbered bottle, isn't it?
It was up until they made a hames of it and took the names of it. Some years had... I'm choking again. Some years had a year on it. Some years didn't. Bushmills.
Yeah.
2002 MVR. So here's the boys that have accelerated the most, I suppose. 2002, €550 in our very first auction, €1,250 in our July-August auction. So that's a hell of an increase. So 550 up to 1,250. It's hard to look past them. I mean, I think they're doing themselves no good at the minute with putting the prices up, and they're seeing their thing is they're seeing exactly that. I'm sure. Maybe they'll deny it officially and say, "Oh, we don't care about the secondary market.
We don't be looking at that.
Looking at that down with that sort of thing, and we don't condone it." But they have to be. I mean, they've had so many, and I know that their costs have increased.
Yeah.
But not to the extent that they've increased the thing. But that when they see results like that, 550 up to 1,250 in 5 years, they're looking. People are willing to spend. Let's make a few more quid on that.
And they have robbed something that I had often said, and then they started using it.
What?
I'm not going to say it.
Buy two, drink one, keep one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Yeah. They never said that. And for them to use it in a marketing campaign shows that they're thinking of the secondary market.
And that they probably are keeping an eye on the secondary market.
Absolutely. And in the other side of it, Katie, is they'd be really fools not to.
Well, that is true.
Redbreast 15-year-old, another behemoth from the IDL stable, in our very first auction, €136 for that one, wasn't it? It was one of them old original. Yeah. And now it was €460. Wow.
In July and August, yeah.
That's a big old jump. 136 up to 460. That's massive. And I suppose beside that is one of the other ones that is sort of, it gets overlooked so many times, but at 2016 there was so many of them being produced. Now obviously Middleton will never give us the number of it, but I estimate that to be 90,000,
if not more.
I think it's a considerable amount for Middleton very rare.
Right.
There's definitely not 10,000 of them. I know that for a fact. No. So there is a considerable amount of them. First auction €175. Last auction €540. If you were getting that in the stock market, you'd be taking it all day long. If the bank was giving you that sort of return, you'd take it all day long. It is a solid investment, I think whiskey is. If you're buying right, if you're buying retail or you're buying at the bottom of the market, I've always said to people, Middleton very rare. Anybody with young kids, buy a bottle every year. What's the price of a bottle over a year? It's not a coffee a week. It's a significant investment for a young child these days. It'll pay for college, it'll buy a car, it'll do something. It'll give you a significant return as opposed to, the 100 or the 200 as it is now into a credit union or into a bank.
Yeah.
What'll it be in years to come? It won't be much more, whereas the whiskey will do good. Just don't drink it and store it in the right conditions.
Yes, but not upside down or
lying down or anything
in the
like
attic.
It does need a wee bit of TLC, but again, not a huge amount.
No.
To warrant not investing in it. So that's it. I thought it was very apt that today of all days, the 12th of October, it's been a hell of a journey. It has really, truly been. I looked at photos of me. I had no grey hairs. I was literally...
You had no beard, babe.
I had no beard.
So they couldn't tell.
But even the red bit was... I was fresh-faced. I was nice and skinny.
No,
I wasn't
you weren't
nice and skinny. No,
Neither of us were skinny.
No, I was definitely never skinny. But it has weathered me a little bit more, but I've enjoyed so much of it.
Yeah.
It has been such a journey.
No, it has. It's been cool.
We hope that you guys will continue to follow us, support us, buy with us, sell with us, engage with us, have the crack with us, have a drink with us for the next 5 years, 10 years, or however longer we're going to do this.
Until you're retiring.
Until I'm going into a nursing home.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. That's Katie's putting me into a care home when I'm 60.
That's his birthday present.
Yeah, that's something to look forward to. Yay!
Fun times.
Fun times. And you'll come and visit with your new boyfriend and your handbags and go, and I'll be sitting in the corner going,
yeah.
Yep, the head will be gone completely and utterly bananas.
But that's us, I think.
Or I'll be in the drying out clinic that I've drank a lot of whiskey.
No, if there's one thing that I know you won't be,
is an alcoholic.
Is an alcoholic.
Right. Too much discipline.
You'll be mental.
Oh, I'll be mental. Yeah.
Mental and talking to a corner, but you won't be an alcoholic.
Probably licking the corner.
Probably.
Pointing at the window.
Maybe.
But there'll be no window. It'll be just one of them stickers.
A sticker.
Of it looks like a window, and I'm going, oh look,
yeah,
nice things.
That's what it'll be like.
Yeah,
you won't be an alcoholic.
That's okay. I'm all right. The drugs will keep me calm and sedate, I suppose, at that stage. Stop me wetting myself.
Anywho, tomorrow, what are we going to talk about? Don't know.
I don't know. It won't be about a birthday, because tomorrow's not a birthday.
No.
Today's a birthday.
Yes.
5 years of Irish whiskey auctions.
That's mad.
It's been huge. I mean, what we've done, what we've created, we've many staff here now. In the early days, wow.
Yeah.
We put in some hours.
Mental hour.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It
blindness.
Bottle blindness, yeah. Who would have thought you'd go blind looking at bottles of whiskey? And we've developed the system, and we're constantly reinvesting in the system and hopefully making it better. But look, it'll keep going. So that's it. Thank you from me.
And
thank you from Katie. Thank you from everybody who's employed here, who's got a few pound out of here, from the couriers that deliver us, the packaging companies, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And we shall talk to you tomorrow, Friday, when we go live at 5 with our spectacular or spooktacular.
You're spending too much time with Sinead.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's it. Right. Good luck.
Bye.
Bye.